Let's be honest with each other. How many minutes has it been since you last checked your phone? 5 minutes? 2 minutes? Or are you watching this video right now with one eye on the screen, just waiting for a specific name to pop up? You know the feeling, that tightness in your chest, that sick feeling in the pit of your stomach like you're in free fall. Yesterday, they were your whole world. They were texting you all day, telling you you're their soulmate, the only one who truly understands them. You felt like you were on top of the world. But today, silence. Just deafening silence. And your mind starts racing. Did I say something wrong? Are they bored of me? Are they with someone else? You reanalyze every old text message. You overthink every period, every comma. You blame yourself. And when finally your phone buzzes with a dry, short text from them, you feel a jolt of electricity down your spine. Relief washes over you. The pain vanishes. And you tell yourself, see, I was just overreacting. They still love me. But let me tell you the brutal truth. That is not love. That is not passion. And that is certainly not a sign of a destined connection. That emotional roller coaster, that cycle of misery, relief, and then misery again, biologically speaking, it is identical. I repeat, identical to what happens in the brain of a drug addict going through withdrawal. The reason you can't leave the person hurting you isn't because you love too much. It's not because you are weak or stupid. You can't leave because your brain has been hijacked. You are trapped in a brutal psychological mechanism called a trauma bond. You aren't dating a narcissist. You are the victim of a behavioral psychology experiment, and you don't even know you're in the lab. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to give you the blueprint to decode this biological mechanism so you can understand why you are addicted to the pain. And most importantly, how to detox and step into the light. Welcome to Psych Blueprint.
Before we go any deeper, I need you to do one thing for me. Forget every romantic movie you've ever seen. Forget about destiny or fate for a moment. We need to call what is happening to you by its real name. In psychology, there is a very specific term for this kind of relationship. It's not called passionate love. It is called trauma bonding. Let me explain it in the simplest way possible. Have you ever heard of Stockholm Syndrome? That's when hostages, after being threatened and tormented for a period of time, actually start developing feelings for their captors. They even defend them. Sounds insane, right? Why would anyone love the person holding a gun to their head? But actually, it's a brilliant survival mechanism of the brain. When your life is in someone else's hands, your brain realizes, the only way I survive this is if I keep this person happy. I need to understand them, empathize with them, so they don't kill me. And when that captor, instead of beating them, suddenly gives the hostage a glass of water or a warm blanket, the hostage feels an intense wave of gratitude. They mistake that for kindness. Now, apply that to your relationship. You aren't locked in a basement, but emotionally, you are a hostage. The narcissist or the toxic person you are dating is your emotional captor. They create crises. They go cold. They vanish. They criticize you. They make you feel worthless. That is the threat. Your brain goes into panic mode. I'm being abandoned. I'm going to die. And then, just when you are exhausted and desperate, they come back. They send a sweet text. They buy you a small gift. They apologize, even if it sounds hollow. And how does your brain react? It explodes with relief. You cling to that small act like a drowning person grabbing a life raft. You think, see, they are good after all. They love me. No. They aren't being good, they just stopped torturing you for a moment. That is a trauma bond. It is loyalty coerced by fear, interspersed with breadcrumbs of kindness.
I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking, but I'm not stupid. I'm educated. I have a career. I'm smart. How could I be tricked so easily? Here is the most important thing you need to hear today. Your intelligence has nothing to do with this. You could be a CEO, a brilliant doctor, or a top lawyer, and you can still fall into this trap. Why? Because a trauma bond doesn't attack your logical smart brain, the prefrontal cortex. It attacks your most primitive brain, the reptilian brain, the part responsible for survival. When someone triggers your fear of abandonment, your smart brain shuts offline. You aren't thinking logically anymore. You are just reacting on instinct to survive. So please, stop calling yourself stupid. You're not stupid. You are just a human being with a nervous system acting exactly how it was designed to handle danger. The only difference is, this danger is disguised as love. So, how do these narcissists, hack into your brain system so effectively? What tool do they use? The answer lies in a brutal psychological mechanism that casinos in Las Vegas have used for decades to empty players' pockets, and your partner is using that exact same mechanism on your heart.
Imagine you are standing in front of a slot machine. You put a coin in, pull the lever, and you lose. You put another one in, pull the lever, and lose again. If that machine was programmed to never let you win, how long would you play? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? You'd get bored and walk away. Conversely, if that machine was programmed to let you win every single time, you would also get bored very quickly. There is no thrill when the outcome is guaranteed. But casinos don't do that. They use a psychological principle called intermittent reinforcement. It means you will win, but you never know when you will win. It could be after 3 polls, it could be after 50. That unpredictability is what drives your brain crazy. It pumps dopamine, the hormone of craving and reward, constantly into your bloodstream, urging you, just one more try. This time I'll hit the jackpot. The person you are in love with is that slot machine. Look at your relationship. In the beginning, what we call love bombing, they let you hit the jackpot constantly.
Stop torturing
Sweet
you.
texts 24/7, gifts, promises about the future. Your brain was flooded with dopamine. You felt high. You thought, this is it. This is the person I've been looking for. But that wasn't their real self. That was just the baiting phase.
Breadcrumbs.
They were observing you, mimicking your interests, mirroring what you wanted to see to create a fake but incredibly powerful connection. And then, once you were hooked, they changed the rules. Suddenly, they went cold. They didn't reply to texts. They criticized how you dressed. They compared you to their ex. Your body went into shock. Your cortisol levels, the stress hormone, spiked. You felt anxious, panicked, physically in pain. And just when you couldn't take it anymore, just when you were about to pack your bags and leave, ding, a text message. I'm sorry, I've just been so busy with work. I miss you so much. Or flowers sent to your office. Boom, you hit the jackpot again. The pain vanished, the dopamine rushed back in, and that feeling of relief was 10 times stronger than normal because it came right after extreme pain. Your brain encoded that moment deeply. It learned, this person is the source of my pain, but they are also the only person who can take that pain away. And so you stayed. You kept pulling the lever. You endured 10 days of coldness, 20 days of fighting just to get one sweet evening. You became the addict sitting at the slot machine, hoping to chase the high of those first few days. Here is the brutal truth. They aren't being hot and cold because they're confused or going through personal issues. They do it because it works. That uncertainty is the chain binding you to them. And to keep you there, they use one more weapon: gaslighting. When you react to their coldness, when you cry or ask for attention, what do they say? You are too sensitive. Are you crazy? I didn't do anything. You're making such a big deal out of this. That's why I didn't want to talk. They make you believe that your reaction to their abuse is the cause of their abuse. They create two versions of themselves: the angel, the one who love-bombed you, and the devil, the one who was cold to you. And you, as a victim of a trauma bond, believe the angel is their true self, and the devil only comes out because of your mistakes. You think if you were just better, more patient, prettier, the angel would come back and stay forever. But I have to tell you this, even though it hurts, that cold, heartless devil, that is their real self. The angel, that was just a mask, a lure to keep you playing this cruel game. You cannot fix them with your love, just like you cannot make a slot machine pay out by hugging it.
All right, take a deep breath. Now you know what you were dealing with. You aren't fighting a destined love, you are fighting a biological addiction. And to win this war, you need a cold, disciplined strategy. Here is your detox blueprint. It has 3 phases. Phase 1, label the withdrawal. The hardest part about leaving a toxic relationship is the heartbreaking longing. You lie in bed and think, I miss him so much. I must still love him. Stop right there. That isn't missing them. That is a dopamine withdrawal. Your brain is screaming for its fix. When that feeling hits, I want you to detach yourself from it. Say it out loud. I don't miss that person. I am detoxing. This is a chemical reaction, not an emotion of the heart. Renaming this is incredibly important. It helps you take back control. You are no longer a victim of love. You are a warrior going through rehab. And that pain, it's proof the poison is leaving your system. Phase 2, cut the supply. In psychology, we call this the no contact rule. This isn't a game of silence to make them miss me. No, this is about locking the doors to the laboratory so they can't experiment on you anymore. Block their number. Block Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. Block their friends if you have to. Do not keep anything as a souvenir. Why do you have to be so drastic? Because just one text, just one look at their photo in your brain will trigger hope again. And the dopamine cycle will start from 0. You can't quit drinking if you keep a bottle of vodka on your desk. But I know, there are cases where you can't block them completely. Maybe you have kids together, or you work in the same office. In that case, use the gray rock method. Be as boring as a gray rock. When they send a provoking text, reply briefly. Understood. Deeply. When they try to trigger an emotion, don't react. No happiness, no sadness, no anger. The narcissist's goal is your emotional reaction. That is their food. If you don't provide it, they will get bored and move on to other prey. Be so boring, they don't even bother anymore. Phase 3, embrace the boredom. This is the part no one tells you, but it is the most important. When you escape this relationship, life will feel incredibly dull. No more frantic texts, no more screaming matches, no more tearful makeups. Just peace. And to a brain addicted to high-intensity drama, that peace feels like death. You will feel empty. You will crave the chaos to come back. Don't be fooled. That boredom actually is safety. A healthy relationship isn't a roller coaster. It is calm, it is stable, and honestly, it's a little bit boring compared to what you just went through. Your job now is to reteach your brain that peace is good. Use this time to reconnect with yourself. Who were you before you met them? What did you like to do? Painting, running, reading? Fill that void with activities that generate healthy dopamine. Not the shocks from a text message, but the gentle joy of finishing a small goal, of taking a walk, of meeting good friends. Don't rush to date someone new. Date yourself first. Finally, I want you to engrave this in your mind.
That heart-wrenching pain you are feeling right now, it is not proof that they are your destiny or soulmate. It is not proof of how great your love is. It is proof of how deeply you have been manipulated. A healthy relationship does not make you question your own sanity. It does not force you to play detective to decode terrifying silences. Real love does not hurt this way. Real love feels safe. You might feel like you are at rock bottom right now. You might feel like you will never be happy again. But trust this blueprint. Millions have escaped, and you will too. Be patient with yourself. You aren't just breaking up with a lover. You are detoxing from a powerful drug. If this video helped you name what you are going through, be brave and share your story in the comments below. You have been silent for too long. Speaking the truth is the first step to breaking their power over you. You are not alone. This community is here to listen to you. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to Psych Blueprint. We will rebuild a stronger mind together, brick by brick. Thanks for watching. See you on the other side of freedom.
See you on the other side of freedom.